In a lot of households, there's an unspoken truth no one likes to say out loud. The dog has a favorite, and it's not always the person who feeds them. It's not always the person who walks them. Sometimes it's the person who does the least, and somehow ended up the most loved. So how does that happen? How does a dog look at 3 or 4 people in the same home and silently pick one? Here's what the science actually says. The first thing that matters, and it matters more than anything else, is the early socialization window. In puppies, the period between roughly 3 and 14 weeks of age is when their brain decides what kind of being is safe, what kind of being is interesting, and what specific people belong to their inner circle. Whoever holds them, feeds them, plays with them, and speaks softly to them during that window gets imprinted at a depth that lasts the rest of the dog's life. If you got your dog as a puppy, and you were the one who showed up for them in those weeks, you have a head start no one else in the house can fully catch up to. But for adult dogs, and for dogs who came into your home later, the math changes. Here's where it gets interesting. Dogs don't pick their favorite person based on who does the work. They pick based on who makes them feel safe. There's a long line of research on what scientists call the secure base effect, originally developed from Ainsworth's strange situation test in human infants, and later adapted to dogs. The studies consistently find the same thing. Dogs treat one specific human as their emotional anchor. With that person around, they explore more confidently. Without that person, their stress goes up. The favorite person isn't the one who provides things. It's the one whose presence makes the world feel okay. Now, what creates that feeling of safety? 3 things mostly. The first is predictability. Dogs are pattern animals. They want to know what's coming. The person in your house who behaves the most consistently, the same tone of voice, the same energy level, the same way of moving through a room, is the person their nervous system locks onto. Not the loudest, not the most affectionate, the most predictable, the one their brain can model. The second is emotional matching. A 2019 study published in Scientific Reports by Lena Roth and her team measured long-term cortisol in dogs and their owners using hair samples and found that dogs and their owners synchronize stress over months. Dogs gravitate toward humans whose emotional baseline matches their own. Calm dogs choose calm people. Energetic dogs choose energetic people. The bond is, in a real biological sense, a frequency match. The third is positive associations. The person who is involved in the best moments of your dog's day, the walk, the play, the wrestling on the floor, the soft voice at bedtime, builds a chemical bridge. Every one of those interactions releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, in both the dog and the human. That study in 2015 from Takefumi Kikusui's team at Azabu University showed that even just sustained eye contact between a dog and their owner spikes oxytocin in both of them. Repeat that enough times, and you've physically built a bond inside the dog's brain. So here's the formula: early imprinting, consistent behavior, emotional match, positive moments. Whoever in your home checks the most of those boxes is the favorite. And it usually isn't a choice anyone made on purpose. It's a quiet, slow process the dog ran in the background while everyone was busy living their lives. And here's the part I want to leave you with, because it actually matters. Being your dog's favorite isn't a permanent title. It can shift. A new person who shows up every day with calm energy, predictable behavior, and good moments can become the favorite over time. Dogs are not loyal to a name. They're loyal to a feeling. The person who keeps delivering that feeling is the person they choose. So, if your dog hasn't picked you yet, you're not out of the running. You just haven't built the bridge yet. Start with 5 minutes a day. Same time, same voice, soft eye contact. No phone. Watch what happens over a month. Tell me in the comments, who's your dog's favorite person? And are you furious about it or okay with it? Be honest. I read every one. See you in the next one.